Bats use sound to locate their food. Sweet Caroline. Papa! Don't do it, you idiot! If you're listening to this, that means I'm currently in Seattle. How am I recording this, you might be thinking? That part doesn't really matter. All that matters is that I'm looking at some top memes. These memes are apparently the tops. Oh, you shaved. Ugh. Are you trying to sleep? Yes, now shut up. Your brain creates your nightmares, but it still gets scared of them. Well, is it really the brain doing it, or are they from some universal external force? When your body naturally wakes you up at 8 a.m. on a weekend? Why? That sounds fantastic. That sounds so great. What do you mean, naturally wakes you up? Like, am I awoken, refreshed, and ready to go? Because that sounds amazing! Now I get more time for me! I don't have to spend more time unconscious! Why would I want to sleep more? I understand getting to go back to sleep feels great, but dude, I do not like sleeping, alright? Think about how much of your life is spent completely not a part of the world. I don't know, I hate the idea of wasting my only 2 days off a week, you know? When she says she want a cruise for her birthday after getting you socks and underwear for yours? Okay, now fellas, I'm assuming this is a fella that made this. Could be a gay woman, that doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm assuming this is coming from the fellas. Hey guys, look, I know that when people ask us what we want for our birthday or Christmas or whatever, we generally just don't say, or like, I've always had that excuse of, I don't want to say because the stuff I want is really expensive and I feel more comfortable getting it for myself. I'm not going to go out and ask, you know, my girlfriend or friend or whatever for a PSVR 2 or something like that. I'm not going to do that. It just feels ridiculous. However, the more you do this, the more likely it is that someone's just going to go, fuck it, here's some socks, dude. I don't know what to get you. Of course, she knows how to communicate, so she's gonna ask you for something in particular, all right? Finally, a normal company. Huh? What did Yamaha start making? What was the first thing they made, man? I have to know. Finally, a normal American company. I guess we're making calculators now. What the fuck? Oh my god. These are great, and it's a really great way to show people just what their favorite heat-seeking missile launchers are made by. You know, it's really cool learning about that. Society when I donate 1 kidney. Society when I donate 6 kidneys. Well, look, 6 is a little too much. All right, you only have 5, so where'd you get that last one, buddy? A normal conversation. You can spell Tony as Tony. You can, but if you do, die, I guess, if you're the one who spelled it that way. How my dog looks at me while I'm blazed out of my mind eating fistfuls of shredded cheese at 3 a.m. Maybe you should switch weed. Maybe you should take a break from it for a little while. If your brain is reacting like this, good God, man, you gotta stop. How it looks, how it feels. I don't know. Oh, is that the remote? What the hell is on your remote? That's disgusting. Yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? The ocean is a machine that turns billionaires into missing people. I feel like billionaires would have a safer time trying to explore space. I know that we do have a couple of billionaires currently trying to do that themselves, but they would have a much easier time if they were constantly trying to get to the moon, okay? But the ocean? I'm sorry, the ocean seems 10 billion times more scary than space. Fans after witnessing the Borderlands film? I still haven't seen it. I really want to see that pile of trash. All right, the moment I heard Eli Roth was being tapped to direct, I knew it was going to be a dumpster fire of doggy doo-doo, but wow. I am really excited to see how much he squandered every little bit of that IP. Through weird casting, even though Cate Blanchett's awesome, she was not the right pick, but I hope she had a kick-ass time on set. It's ridiculous, okay? It's a little bit weird, but I'm excited for Borderlands 4. I don't drink water, because that's where fish have sex. I mean, who's having sex in the milk you're drinking? Who's, I don't know where I'm going with this. TikTok users when they discover a new word. I have never seen that word before. Is it pronounced demure? Demuri? Demure? I've never heard that word before. What are your plans for today? Me and a friend are going to buy some glasses. And after that, we'll see. Well, I really hope you do. Fossil fuel pollution, humans, unnatural disaster. Why would God do this? I really hope you're not blaming God for this one. This is one of those few times, I gotta admit, one of the very, 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 very few times I will say, this one ain't on God. All right, this ain't God's fault that we did this one. Okay? He provided us the puzzle pieces for this one, or she provided us the puzzle pieces for this one. And look at what we did with it. We did not make the puzzle. Therapist, live action Dr. Doofenshmirtz is real. He can hurt you. Don't you mean run? He's not gonna hurt me. He's a nice guy. Why can't deaf people just read lips? Elephant Stew has the same mouth shapes as I love you. Yeah, I could see that. Lip reading is not just a why don't you just do this thing, though. Have you ever tried reading someone's lips? Especially if they talk a little quieter so their mouth doesn't move the same way or otherwise. That shit's difficult. Okay? Billionaires, the ocean for some reason. Maybe it is just wanting to be the first to discover something. There's still undiscovered shit down there, I would imagine. But I don't know what it is about the ocean, man. Me? Damn, that was a weird dream. Brain? What dream? I do hate and love not being able to remember dreams. I feel like obviously the crazier it is, the more likely I am to remember it, but man, it is kind of frustrating. When I'm in a spreading misinformation competition and my opponent is not here because he lied about the competition, I guess you suck then, dog. Billionaires put plastic in the ocean. Ocean eats billionaires. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I feel like a billionaire going for a ride in a boat, in their sailboat, is pretty par for the course for billionaires, but the other one was a little bit different. Also, billionaires put plastic in the ocean? Like just a few of them, you know? I like to imagine that like Elon Musk just has billions of pounds of bottles and shit, and he personally goes to the beach and just starts dumping them in there, you know? The world's oldest cat, who is 31, looks exactly how I expect the world's oldest cat to look. Sick of your shit. I think this is so old that he's gone now. The prison where the villains are locked up. The prison where they lock up the hero when they blame him for something. What? I don't understand how this one could be true. Man arrested for putting fake arrow decals on the floor in IKEA and for creating a labyrinth with no exit. I feel like arresting might be a little dramatic. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It wasn't the end of the world. He didn't burn the store down. I'm sure they were able to very easily remove those. Me as a child, I'm going to be an astronaut, an engineer, and a doctor. Me now, I just want to be happy. Yeah, I feel that, little dog. Bosses making fun of you. Bosses when you make fun of them. Yeah, it is an incredibly inappropriate power dynamic that once you become a quote-unquote boss, you're allowed to rip into people, and it's really inappropriate the second they do it back to you. Like, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, the real solution to this issue is stop making comments about your coworkers in general. Dogs when they did something wrong. Cats. Again, I don't understand where you got that one. My girl looks so cute caught off guard, probably texting Annie to see if she's okay. And yeah, that ain't your girlfriend. That is definitely someone who is explicitly trying to look like Michael Jackson. That's not a joke. That is definitely an impersonator of some kind. Or an impressionist, I guess. Impersonator sounds like they're trying to steal someone's identity, you know? Don't sit too close to the TV, it'll hurt your eyes. 40 years later. I feel like the difference here is that CRTs were slightly different technology and they seemed a little bit more magical to our parents, so they would believe that, right? When you explain how a CRT works to anybody, just imagine an old person going, what the fuck? What kind of magical wizard bullshit is in this box? Is this safe? Of course they're gonna believe, hey, if you sit too close, your head's gonna explode. But I feel like nowadays, we know a bit better, and technology has come a long way. My 12-year-old is into scary movies, but complained they aren't scary enough. So we just watched The Descent, and wow, you don't always know when you f up as a parent, but this was a big one. That was your first step? The Descent is really, really f***ing scary, man. It plays on all kinds of different fears that your 12-year-old probably doesn't even know they have yet. Jesus! Complained that they weren't scary enough, so you jumped straight to The Descent. Good God, man. I heard you were caught plagiarizing at school. Well, yeah, I'm a cheetah. Snakes everywhere. Megan Sachelli? I used to be jealous of Harry Potter for being able to talk to snakes, but it turns out I've been doing it for years. Ha ha. Oh, God. It's high school. It's not that big a deal. You'll be fine. If your website says call for price, I'd rather just never visit your site again. Yeah, I don't like that game. I don't like that game in any industry. No, I will not f***ing call you for the price. I'm not going to give you the opportunity to try and reel me in. I know that's what you're doing. It's going to increase your chances of making a sale, like, by 2%. But no, dog, we ain't playing that game. Tell me or don't. Spending the day in waiting mode because you have an appointment at 2 p.m., More like I have an appointment at 9 p.m., I woke up at 9 a.m., and I'll be too busy, okay? Taxes are essentially just a yearly subscription to the country you live in. Childhood is the free trial. Yeah, we understand that. This one's an old one, too. Mind-blowing! Not really, but alright, I see where you're coming from. TV seasons then, average 24 episodes and specials. TV seasons now, 6 to 8 episodes. Alright, well let's look at the difference in pricing and structure here for a moment. Let's take Stranger Things. Let's take Stranger Things, alright? That costs what? I think season 4 cost about $30 million per episode. That, for like reference, like maybe 20 years ago, was where you would start for AAA Hollywood movie budget level. All right, that was the shit. And nowadays we've seen movies cost upwards of $400 million for some reason. But you look at that show, holy crap, yeah, I can see that they spent a lot of money, but $30 million an episode, what the hell, man? And look, it was wildly crazy that when The Walking Dead first started, it was like $3.4 million an episode. That was wild. I remember hearing about that. People were like, what? Holy shit. Hell, the first entire season of Grey's Anatomy, one of the highest earning TV shows I've ever seen in my life. I think that first season only cost $3.5 million for the whole first season. And that was a show that always had 20 plus episodes per season. All right. Probably costs like $30 million a season now because Ellen Pompeo makes serious bank, and good for her, but holy crap. I think that's another part of it too, you know? People are getting paid more and more and more and more and more, especially when they have the staying power that someone like Ellen Pompeo would have, right? You're the face of the show that just keeps bringing it in. So of course you're going to be able to negotiate stuff. But I do think there needs to be a bit of a cap. Just learned about Robert Downey Jr. apparently getting paid $95 to $100 million, and that's just what he's getting paid. I love RDJ, I really do, and his Iron Man was fantastic and inspired and great, and I think he really made the role his own, but that's too goddamn much, all right? You know, give him 20. 20's still insane, but dude, we know damn well why the hell TV shows are just falling apart these days. We know why, and it's because each episode costs more than several Hollywood movies back in the day. All right, this is kind of crazy. TV needs to be TV. It needs to be cheaper, shitty, or whatever. And goddamn it, let's stop spending $300 million on movies, okay? r/no stupid questions. Look inside. Stupid questions. I mean, you have to know that that's what's gonna happen, right? If you don't, that's on you. Huawei, we're ready to introduce our 3-way folding phone. Apple, we finally introduced USB-C charging. Look, I'm an Apple guy for sure. I'll always dunk on Apple being incredibly slow and adding things that have been around on the other side of the fence. They've had it for years and years, so on and so forth. But you're really going to compare the 3-way folding phone to we finally just introduced USB-C charging. What about the 3-way folding phone is innovative in any way, shape, or form? Why the fuck do you need your phone to fold like this? Doctor waiting room. If you die whilst waiting to see the doctor, please cancel your appointment. Now, people who shower with the lights off, serial killers, Satan. Yeah, I've never done that, but if the power ever went out while I was in there, I guess I just gotta keep going, man. What am I gonna do? Jump out of the shower as fast as possible? Crash into a wall because I can't see? Why is Billie Eilish's brother dating someone that looks exactly like Billie? I can't even date a girl with my sister's name, let alone her exact frickin' appearance, okay? I dated a girl with the same name as my mom. I wasn't allowed to call her by her name during sex because it would remind her of my girlfriend. Ha! You got me there. You got me, you sick freak. Boss, when you ask for help with something, your problem. Boss, when he asks you for help with something, our problem. I found a cool stick on the ground. How it looks, how it feels, and that will always be the case, my friend. My brain, do it. Why? Just do it. Okay. All right. Now, successfully put it back together again. Make sure it works. Ragnarok, Valhalla. Companies wondering what subtitle they should give their franchise's new chapter involving Norse legends. I mean, wait a minute. Hang on. Don't they both work fine, right? It's fine. Boeing Starliner astronauts stranded in space for 80 days will not return home until 2025. Humanity has about 6 months to purchase 8 billion ape costumes for the ultimate prank. Oh, that would be evil. That would be so evil. This is the level of unbothered I want to reach in life. I've been having an affair with your brother. I'm leaving you. I'm typing with a Slim Jim right now. When you're deep in a conversation with yourself in a made-up scenario and realize you're low-key showing signs of mental illness. Yeah, low-key. Male honeybees after nutting once in their lifetime. My time has come. You know, sometimes I wish that happened to me, all right? I'd have a lot fewer responsibilities right now if I just died right afterwards. When you can finally be yourself, he can always be himself, okay? All right? Imagine letting a dude with that skull shape and jawline convince you that he is superior to you in any way. That art, it just doesn't do how weird he looks justice. YouTube asking to try premium then? YouTube asking to try premium now? Me realizing that Gmod will be known as Skibbity Toilet Game to future generations? You know, I would say you're wrong, but I have heard whisperings of some people out there thinking that Gmod has stolen Skibbity Toilet. Shit, here it comes. How to save money and have fun as an adult. Yeah, you're having a lot of fun. You are literally unconscious. You are having so much fun. You are saving money, though. Me saying, but hey, things happen, after telling the most traumatic event of my life. Cristiano Ronaldo hits 20 million subscribers in one day. Mr. Beast, okay? And yeah, I am really mixed about that. I heard that he only did it so that he could get, like, the buttons for his kids or something like that, I guess. I don't know if he's gonna, like, make videos. But it rubbed me the wrong way, all right? I have been really, really annoyed at multi-millionaire, incredibly planet-famous people creating a channel on a platform that was built from the ground up by people who were able to actually make names for themselves outside of familial ties and having famous family and parents, you know, stuff like that. It feels like an invasion of the space. When you come home lit as fuck and you lost your keys and have to climb through the window. I mean, I've had to climb in the window plenty of times, but not for that reason. No! Liking muscular women is gay! Our towering children will bench press cars and probably beat you up. For real. If you, as a straight man, unironically say things like liking a muscular woman is a little gay, there's no hope for you, my guy. Okay. Bye. They didn't want you anyway. Hey, how come when the bank says I can't afford a $1,200 mortgage, I have to pay $2,000 of rent instead? Huh? You ever take a nap so good that you thought you missed the school bus, but it's Sunday and you're 52? I have Facebook, thank you. Can you please stop posting about US politics for 5 minutes? You know, on Reddit, you subscribe to the subreddits that provide the content you want to see, right? Schools be like, we don't tolerate bullying. We don't tolerate bullying being discovered because it might tarnish our school's reputation, so bully victims better be quiet. When you finally found the Reddit thread for your problem, but nobody in the comments has any solution for it, it's so annoying. What's even more annoying is if you're me, and no matter what problem you have, no one on the planet has ever had that problem. I have a mental illness that makes me think that people will change their minds if I present the correct arguments with the appropriate facts and data. Okay, Hegelborg. I met a woman outside the mall crying. She had lost $200. So I gave her $40 from the $200 I found. When God blesses you, you must bless others. You're in a deep sleep. Your leg muscles suddenly start cramping. You know, I've never been woken up because of a cramp. Usually I just suffer from a sleep start, you know, where you just sort of jolt awake like you've been falling or something like that. But I've never had a leg cramp wake me up if I wasn't already awake. Like, usually I'm awake. I'm awake, it'll happen, I'll cry. But thank God none of them have ever yoinked me out. Never trigger the flight or fight response of the flightless bird. You're laughing? Sony spent $300 million on Concord and on release couldn't break past 700 concurrent players and you're laughing? I don't know how much the game cost, but I have heard about 20 different numbers. I hope they get to live another day, but I do not see the devs of Concord lasting more than a month or so at this point. Unless Sony's gonna be as merciful as humanly possible. When you end up in a girl group for Project Kaon? Remember, class, anything can be art. Except what Bobby drew today. Be gentle. Bobby has created the opposite of art. Oh, shut up, you don't know art. When your girl pops open the jar after you can't. Damn, she big! When you at the age where you start hearing all the family secrets and realize all your family's low-key horrible people and all hate each other. Yeah, we knew it. We've been knowing. I'm solving the anime convention odor crisis. Stop. $5! $5 fucking bucks! Let's see. Miku will cry if you don't wear deodorant. Don't make her cry. Miku Protection Association? What? Dude, $5, that's a rip though, dog. Like, if someone came up to me at a con and was like, dude, you stink, I'm not going to find a vendor in the hall who has overpriced deodorant. I'm gonna go to the dollar store or something like that and just find the cheapest crap I possibly can because, oops, I forgot to bring some with me for this con. Although I don't do that, I never forget. Okay? I never forget my antiperspirant, all right? I don't ever want to stink. That's embarrassing, being stinky.